All right, so you know I love a good deep dive, and this one you sent over about esports tourism in Africa. It's pretty intriguing.
Yeah.
I'll admit, when I first heard the idea of video games bringing in tourists, I was like, huh.
Right.
But this article by Kwesi Hayford, the president of the Ghana Esports Association, Africa should leverage on tourism potential via esports. It really got me thinking.
It's fascinating how he flips the script.
Totally.
We usually think gamers' paradise, it's all like neon lights and futuristic cities, but
Yeah, like Blade Runner.
exactly. But Hayford, he's saying Africa's got something different to offer.
Yeah, and I love how he puts it. He says, we cannot boast of high-tech cities, super-fast tube stations, and high-rise architecture, but Africa can boast of its naturally landscapes, of falls, rivers, wildlife, game reserves, festivals, and celebrations.
It's about a different kind of energy.
For sure, like
Yeah.
you're not just escaping into a virtual world.
Right?
You're experiencing the real world in a whole new way.
Yeah, like imagine you're at a festival like Homo in Ghana,
Yeah.
right? You've got the music, the food, the energy, and then boom, right in the middle of it all, there's a live esports tournament happening.
Whoa, that would be insane. You could have like the top players from all over Africa, maybe even some international stars competing.
Yeah, and imagine the backdrop.
It's like centuries-old traditions blending with this cutting-edge technology.
It's like bridging the gap between the digital and the real world.
Totally. And what about the games themselves? Could you have like a mobile gaming tournament using a game that was developed in Africa?
Oh, for sure. I think there's so much potential there. You could have people playing or watching on these big screens.
And think about the merchandise.
Oh, yeah, you could have local vendors selling like themed stuff. It's a whole other level to the festival experience.
Man, I'm getting hyped just thinking about it. It's not even just about the competition. It's about experiencing a culture, a place in a totally new way.
Absolutely.
So, okay, let's talk logistics. The article talks about integrating esports into these existing festivals and celebrations.
Yeah, like the Bakatu Festival in Elmina or the Abokari Festival.
Right. How would that actually work?
Well, you got to think about the infrastructure.
Yeah.
The internet access, streaming capabilities, and like setting up the physical space for the tournament.
That's a lot.
It is, but with some planning and investment, it could totally happen.
Okay. And what about the games themselves? Would it be the same popular esports titles we see everywhere else, or could there be a space for games that are uniquely African?
That's a great question, and I think there's a huge opportunity to promote African-developed games and talent. Like, imagine a tournament featuring a game inspired by African mythology or history.
Oh man, that would be so cool.
It would be super entertaining, but also a powerful way to share African stories with a global audience.
Now we're talking, this is the kind of innovative thinking I was hoping for with this deep dive.
Yeah.
But it can't just be about entertainment, right? The article also talks about the economic potential of esports tourism.
Right, and that's where things get really interesting. We're not just talking about boosting tourism revenue.
Yeah.
We're talking about building a whole ecosystem around esports in Africa.
Okay, let's break that down. What kind of ecosystem are we talking about here?
So think about it. You'd have game development studios popping up, creating jobs for young tech talent. Then you'd have event planning companies specializing in esports tournaments and a surge in demand for tech infrastructure and support services. It's like a ripple effect, boosting economic growth across multiple sectors.
That's a lot of potential impact.
Yeah, for sure. Hashtag TTS, the Deep Dive episode 2024-1021, part 2 of 3.
And it's creating jobs, but it's also empowering young people, giving them a platform, to show off their skills and creativity. The article mentions addressing like unemployment and inequality.
Yeah, Hafer's really passionate about that, how esports can like uplift communities, create sustainable livelihood.
It's tapping into that energy of Africa's youth.
Exactly, and giving them something positive and productive to focus on.
I remember this quote from the article. Developing an ecosystem that propels youth development and nation building is crucial, and esports is one tool for sustainable livelihood.
Powerful stuff.
Yeah, it's about building a future where young people in Africa can thrive.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that future includes connecting with older generations too. Esports can be like a bridge between those who grew up with gaming and those who didn't.
Okay, I like that.
A bridge.
Yeah, like imagine a grandparent watching their grandchild compete in an esports tournament at a traditional festival.
Oh, that's a great image. It's a chance for like shared excitement, the younger generation explaining esports to the older generation.
Right, fostering understanding and connection between age groups.
Love it. And the article also brings up social media's role in all of it.
Oh yeah, it's huge.
It's not just broadcasting tournaments, it's about creating a buzz and reaching that global audience.
Absolutely. Live streaming, real-time engagement, targeted content, esports events can reach a massive online audience.
Think about it. Captivating live streams, showing not just the competition, but the sights and sounds of the host country. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like you could have drone footage of Victoria Falls or Mount Kilimanjaro interviews with local artisans and musicians, glimpses of cultural celebrations,
Wow.
and people watching online could interact in real time, ask questions, share thoughts, even connect with people at the event.
It's like a virtual tour of Africa guided by the excitement of esports.
You got it. You draw people in with the thrill of the competition and then immerse them in the beauty and diversity of the continent.
And what about influencer marketing?
Huge potential there, too.
Imagine popular gamers and streamers from around the world coming to Africa for these events and sharing their experiences with their millions of followers.
That would be massive. They could document their travels, highlight local culture, try new foods, interact with fans.
It's a whole new level of exposure for African tourism, reaching a demographic that's hard to reach through traditional marketing.
And it's all happening organically through authentic experiences and genuine enthusiasm.
People are more likely to trust recommendations from their favorite gamers and influencers than a travel brochure. This is starting to feel less like a hypothetical and more like a peek into the future of African tourism. You know, one thing that really struck me was how Hayford emphasizes the warmth and friendliness of African people as a major draw for tourists. He calls it Africa's ultimate tourist attraction.
He's not wrong.
Yeah.
Hashtag TTS The Deep Dive episode 2024, 1021, part 3 of 3.
Yeah, and he really drives that home. In the article talks about, you've got these amazing landscapes and wildlife, but it's the people that really stick with you.
It's the human connection that makes travel memorable.
And yeah, for sure. And he even brings up this example, the Larabunga Mosque in Ghana.
Oh, wow.
One of the oldest mosques in West Africa. They call it the Mecca of West Africa.
I've heard of that.
And he's like, what if we had esports events at these historical sites?
That would be incredible.
Mm.
Like this cutting-edge technology, this global phenomenon of esports happening in a place so rich in history and culture.
It's kind of mind-blowing when you think about it. We always think of technology as separating us.
Yeah.
But in this case, it could actually be bringing people together from all over the world.
It's finding common ground.
Yeah.
That shared passion for gaming.
Yeah, and using it to explore new worlds, both virtual and real.
Exactly.
This deep dive has really opened my eyes to the possibilities. I mean, who would have thought video games could lead to cultural exchange, economic growth, even like intergenerational bonding?
It's wild, right? It really shows how tourism is evolving.
Yeah.
People want authentic experiences. They want to engage. They want to connect with others in a meaningful way.
And esports tourism, especially in a place like Africa, can do all of that.
I think so.
So to wrap things up, could esports tourism really be the key to unlocking Africa's full potential as a global destination?
I think it has the potential to be huge. And not just for gamers either, but for anyone who's looking for adventure, cultural immersion, or those unforgettable experiences,
It's definitely been an eye-opening journey for me, and I hope our listeners feel the same way.
Me too.
Thanks for diving deep with us today.
It's been a pleasure. And to everyone listening out there, I'll leave you with this. What if the future of travel isn't just about seeing the world, but experiencing it through shared passions and human connections? Keep exploring, keep connecting, and who knows what incredible adventures are out there waiting for you.